Uh-oh, Kyle is dope sick. It seems he needs a much higher dosage. Yes, we all know that Lefty is hopeless. Even he knows this. He chose this. Can't be long till he overdoses. His addiction's ferocious, and what he's doing to himself is atrocious. Jesus! He's suffering from drug-induced psychosis, and he looks like he has tuberculosis, cirrhosis, necrosis, osteoporosis, dermatosis, halitosis, and toxoplasmosis. Of course, this could all be a misdiagnosis. Oh shit! Carcinomas, lymphomas, sarcomas, melanomas, lipomas, and he keeps falling into comas. The point is that he looks like death. Must be the meth. He used to be a nice kid from a really good family. To a lot of us, his home life was nothing but a fantasy. He had all the advantages a young kid could imagine, but something went wrong and no one knew what happened. He started getting high and messing with drugs, buying all his dope from some Mexican plugs. Kyle started losing it and his family noticed. Next thing you know, little Lefty was homeless. His appearance deteriorated in front of their eyes, and when his mother sees him, all she does is cries. The drugs were seeping out from under his pores, and his motherfucking face was all covered in sores. His personality changed, and he started to get mean. All he wanted from his fam was that motherfucking green. His inheritance and trust fund he squandered on drugs. Maybe when Kyle was a kid, he didn't get enough hugs. Whatever was wrong with him, this dude was broken. He's snorting, shooting up, popping pills, and he's smoking. Now Kyle's 40 and he's running out of time. His health is now failing and he's losing his mind. His teeth are all missing, but he thinks he looks fine. He might not realize it yet, but Lefty is dying. Such a sad story, but we tried to help him. No matter how much we tried, our offers were not welcomed. So good luck to you, Kyle. Time to say our goodbyes, and I guess we will see you on the other side. The end.
Yizzo. All right, here we go. See if I can keep these on. Rather have them on my fucking face than on my head. Guys. I don't know what to say. We're going to have a talk tonight. We are. Shit. I feel like I'm doing this all the time. Joey Dimes, Saxon, Ronan 456, Miss Can't Be Wrong, Kellyanne, Chris Capello, hey now, Joe Root, Michael Hensley, we love you more. Thank you, Miss Can't Be Wrong. I got to fix it up a little bit, but thank you. Where's Edward Everett? Edward Everett? There he is. Jesse Roth, did I shout you out? Not sure. Jersey Girl 732. Hello. Matt, good to see you. We were talking about that chick that we were watching last night. Talked about it on the first show. Stevie the Gypsy. OC, what up? What up? Bill Vick, howdy, fat bald. Howdy. See if Bill Vick tells me to go fuck myself anytime soon. FBS, I plead the fifth. Oh, God. You already know what's coming, don't you? Oh, it's all good. Don't worry about it. Okay, so let's get started. So, guys, and I'm going to say this, as calmly as possible without flipping out, and I'm just going to do it with a smile on my face. And Joe Black, I'll hold. Oh, shit. I wish I had that fucking audio clip. I'll hold. God damn it. Somebody send me the fucking link to that video on that channel. What does that mean? Did I have to type out the whole name? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. I have no idea. Anyway, yeah, I gotta take that audio clip with the I'll hold part. All right, Matt. So anyway, so for those of you who watched the show earlier, it was a pretty good show until the end. It turned into a bit of a shit show, depending on who you are. Some of you might have thought the end was the most entertaining part. Matter of fact, most of you probably think that. Whether or not you'll say it is another, whole other thing. Anyway, Jesse brought up in the chat. Oh, no, not even. Michael Hensley brought up in the chat that something happened on Jesse's show with this girl, Christine, and Eric, and the way it sounded to me, Eric might have been on Jesse's panel, maybe arguing with some girl named Christine or with Jesse. I didn't know what the fuck was going on, and I was asking questions, and people were answering me little by little, but I said, hey, if anybody could fill me in on this, because it sounded like an interesting topic. Holy shit, if I could go back, would I? Anyway, oh no, and Bill Vick. No, now I know what you mean. The whole name. No, Fat Bald-Sicilian. No. I just say that when I see new people, I assume they're here to troll me. I don't know. You might be a good guy. What do I know? Anyway, yeah, you missed it all. Yeah. Well, you're gonna hear about it now, and you can watch it later. So anyway, forgive me for taking my time here. I got my head in 5,000 different places as usual, and I really don't want to do this. Anyway. So I was asking if somebody could come up and explain it to me, what happened, because it sounded like an interesting topic we could talk about. Because in case you guys don't know, it is not easy doing these shows, especially twice a day, and always having something to entertain you guys with. I sometimes I'm struggling to tell me the name you want to be called. Wait a minute, what's that from? Let's go with God. Call me God if you can, or FBS, whichever you choose. Anyway. Oh, Eric the Midget. Eric the Midget, right? Just tell me the name you want to be called. Eric the Gay Jackass, like that shit. Is that what you're referring to? I don't know who Bill Vick is, but I think he's referring to Eric the Midget. Anyway, so sorry, it's taken a while. I don't even know where I was at, but I was talking about how it's not always easy to come up with something to say. You guys just watch the show, but I have to figure out a way to put one on. So anyway, Jessie came up and she was kind of telling the story. She was talking about Eric. I'm not saying that she was trashing Eric. I'm saying she was talking about Eric. Okay. She was telling the story. Now, Eric pops up. Okay. Which is very rare. When was the last time you saw Eric on the show? Okay. And, you know, he hasn't been in the chat for a long time or anything else. Okay. So Eric pops up, and this is the way I see it. If I talk about anyone and they pop up, then I'm going to bring them on, because if I'm talking about them, they have the right to defend themselves. You know what I mean? So anyway, he popped up. The conversation was about him. Okay. So I brought him on the show. Him and Jessie start going back and forth, and he's obviously, you know, irritated, pissed off, and he's, you know, calling her names and stuff like that, which, you know, I try to get him to stop every time he did it. So did Michael. And he was being harsh with her, no doubt about it. And immediately the chat just turns on me. And that's another reason why, you know, I'm sitting there and I'm trying to listen to what's going on, and I'm looking at the chat and I'm just baffled, because it's like, I love so much that you guys are not some cult like Pizza has or MRE has or anyone like that, you know, that you have minds of your own. I love it. But at the same time, it's like, can you cut me some slack ever? Like, can I get a fucking break? Because I deal with constant abuse and criticism from, you know, 90% of MobTube all day, every day. But my own people, it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, can you bear with me and trust me a little bit? Okay, we got to go through this all the fucking time. Every time I make a decision, I had to go through the same thing when I let Nick Romano in the chat. For fuck's sake. Am I? Yeah. Well, what can I say? I don't even know why I'm doing that, but yeah, no, I know. So no, it's not easy. Of course not. Yeah. So anyway, I need you guys to understand something. Okay, Jessie Roth is a grown-up. Do you understand that? She's a grown-up. I guarantee you, anything that was being thrown at her, she could handle. That doesn't mean I'm not going to stick up for her. I kept telling him not to call her names and shit, right? Okay. And eventually I just had to end it because the Kaz thing came up and everything else. But if it wasn't me, if that happened anywhere else, I think most of you wouldn't have said a fucking thing. I'm held to this high fucking standard. You know? No, not on here. No. There was some other situation where that was happening, but it had nothing to do with us. All right, he says Jesse's involved. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. So anyway, I'm looking at the chat, and like everybody is like, you're all telling me what to do. Like, you're all my boss all of a sudden. Kick Eric off. You know, stand up for Jesse. You know why that bothers me, man? There's nobody on here stands up for their friends like I do. Nobody. I stand up for Jesse always, and I always will, no matter what. You know? Same with Miss Can't Be Wrong. Same with any of you guys. You know what I mean? No. Jesse, if they're upset with me, they can go fuck themselves. Don't even say something like that. They can do whatever they want. Okay, I'm going to tell you why throughout this whole show. I stand up for everybody. I stood up for Kaz a million different ways. I did an entire show. I single-handedly debunked any fucking possibility of him being a scammer. You know what I mean? I spent a whole fucking day, you know, texting back and forth with people. So the right people got the right video clips. So they could play them on their show and every fucking thing else. And certain other people who had questions, you know, I showed them proof in case it comes up, even if they're not a content creator, but they're on a panel and they want to defend Kaz. All right. Oh yeah, Joey Dimes. Yeah, you know, of course. So where was I at? Sorry, this might take me a while tonight. Anyway, I always stand up for my friends, always. Okay. But again, it's like, you know, a couple of different things were happening at the same time. He was arguing with Jesse, and all of a sudden, in your eyes, all of you guys, she needed a bodyguard immediately. Like, she's a child. I know she's a woman and stuff. I know, but aren't we in 2025? I mean, you guys are acting like we're in 1950 fucking two, where like a woman is too fragile to handle something like that. Okay. Uh, and again, the reason I let it go on at all is because it was an argument. I kept saying to Eric, don't call her names, just have the argument. That's all. But because I'm going to let you guys in on something. That is literally the stuff people love on MobTube, including all you guys. Okay, that's entertainment. It's called entertainment. And I knew Jesse was fine. And if he would have gotten crazy and started calling her a cunt and everything else, I'd have kicked him right the fuck off. Just like I would do with anybody. Okay, but no, no doubt. But apparently it wasn't, it wasn't enough for some people. So, I just don't know what to do anymore. Like I can't win with you guys. I can't win with anybody. And it's just funny because if for the people who saw that chat earlier, it was absurd. People yelling at me, oh, why aren't you fucking defending Jesse? FBS, get him off your panel. What are you doing? He's a scumbag. What the fuck, FBS? Get Karma. Oh my God. Karma, she got some set of balls on her. Who the fuck does she think she is exactly? She's in here talking about FBS, get control of your panel. Fuck off. Who do you think you are in this chat? If anybody sees Karma, block the living shit out of her. Which, by the way, somebody was trying to block her earlier. And JGB, I don't know why, but you kept unblocking her. Why was that? Did you see who it was blocking her? Did you see by any chance? What were you doing, JGB? What the fuck? So, I mean, these people have some fucking nerves. What does she think? She's some shot caller? Oh, yeah, Mike Saccio. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Is this really Mike Saccio? I got a song for you if it is. Anyway, where was I at? But see, I get distracted so easily. Yeah, no shit. I know who she is. What does that mean, Youngblood? I'm supposed to just let her walk all over me because she's Tom's girlfriend? What do you think? Have you not been paying attention to me for years? And yeah, I'm scared, Eric. Sure, I am. Yeah. And he doesn't live 40 minutes away, fuckface. He lives a lot further than that. But yeah, that's what it is. I'm scared of everybody. I know. According to you guys, I'm scared of everybody. No, no. Here's the thing. They were having an argument. Okay. You think I'm afraid of Eric coming to get me? No, you're crazy. I'm not afraid of anything. And if anybody pushes me too far, and I'm sure Eric knows this, I wouldn't hold back on any fucking one. There's no doubt about it. Never in a million fucking years. But when I do start a war, right? Where's everybody to help me out? Where's everybody at? See what I'm saying? So, Youngblood, you can go fuck yourself because you're just a hater anyway. And you would like for me to just be at war with everyone so you could sit back and watch. So, suck my dick. Okay. If you haven't seen already, if it hasn't been proven a million different ways that there's nobody on this earth that scares me even a fucking little bit, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, but that's the facts of the matter. The facts of the fucking matter. Jesus Christ. You know where I spend a lot of my fucking time? Forget about people that are 40 minutes away. I spend a lot of time in places where there's always constant danger around me. I don't scare easily. Yeah, no. It's not even that. He just wants to say I'm scared of somebody. That's everybody's. Remember they said for I don't know how long I was scared of SoFlo. Then I go to absolute war with him. They don't say shit. Then after a while, if I'm not at war with SoFlo, I'm scared of SoFlo again. If I'm not at war with Chicago Muscle, I'm scared of Chicago Muscle. Yeah, I'm scared of everybody, except, there's no proof of that or any reason to believe it whatsoever. So anyway, just block people like that. I don't know what I was saying, but there's a bunch of things I want to bring up. I don't want to upset Jesse. I don't want Jesse. I'm not mad at you. I wasn't mad at you. Well, I was a little irritated. I'm not going to lie, but I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up, and I just want you to know what I say is not Don't take it personally. Don't think that I'm angry with you. Don't think that I harbor any resentment, any of that. When me and SoFlo were at absolute war not that long ago, and he was trashing my family like every single day, Jesse had him on her show like 3 times during that. Okay. Now, I'm not mad at Jesse. I swear to God. At first, was I irritated? Of course I was. But Jesse can do whatever she wants. I'm not her dad. I'm not her keeper. That's not my job. You know what I mean? The only reason I'm bringing that up at all, is because I'm curious if all the people who were screaming at me earlier were screaming at Jesse that day, saying, how could you have SoFlo on the panel? What the fuck? You hear what he's saying about FBS's family? Kick him off. No, of course. Only I'm held to that standard. You know what I mean? Only I'm held to that standard. But I let a conversation take place. That's it. Everybody was, engaged in it. Everybody was talking in the chat. Everybody was, excited in one way or another. I'm not saying like you liked it, but, it was the drama that everybody lives for on here, which is what, according to a lot of you, I don't bring you enough of anymore. But now I do that. And it's like, I just got upset when he called her what she DI. My apologies, FBS. I'm not sure what you're talking about, War. What does that mean? What she DI? ... My apologies. What does that mean? No, I didn't even think. I didn't know you even did that. I wasn't paying that close attention to the chat, but I was seeing enough. Just looking over at it, it's like, holy fuck, man! It's one person after another, and who's Youngblood, by the way? Tell me who that is. I want to know. Because he said, I told you, Jesse, he was going to try to make people feel bad or something, or make you feel bad. Who is he? Somebody tell me. Who's Youngblood? Because I think I have an idea. See, I told you he would turn this around to make people feel bad. Dude, you're scared to death of Foss because he lives 40 minutes away. Nice try. Karma is Tom's girlfriend. Yeah, I think I know who this is. Why aren't you using your real name? Why not? We all know who Youngblood is. Trust me. He's a guy who talks a big game, but he's never done anything to anyone. But apparently he's somebody who oh, okay, in there. Okay, good. So anyway, I know I'm just, it's taking forever, but what do you want me to do? FBS can have on his show, and I have who I want on mine. FBS and I are fine with each other. We're content creators. We get it. Yeah, and we're friends, without a doubt. Did I get pissed off when she had SoFlo on her show? Of course I did. Did she hear a word from me about it? No, of course not. And she, according to her, wasn't mad at me earlier. I remember she said you could bring Eric on. Remember that? But everybody in the chat was clutching their pearls. Like, come on, guys. Are you fucking for real, man? Like, seriously? And for people to even bring up, oh, but look what he said to Kaz, and you have him on the panel. Yeah, because I didn't do everything in my fucking power to make it known that Kaz didn't scam a single fucking person, right? No, what you guys want is me to start a needless war with somebody who 2 hours later will do a show about my entire fucking family. That's what you really want. You know what I mean? None of you think there's any danger of anybody meeting up in person or anybody going to anyone's house or any of that. No, it's, you that's what you want. You want me to make as many enemies as possible with people who will attack my family. That's what you want. So, and listen, guys, my friends here, I'll always try to entertain you guys. I'll always be friends to you. I'll always be loyal to you. I'll always defend you no matter what. But I mean, nobody has control over what I do, guys. I mean, this is my show. I can't have it that way. And most of you were, you weren't being real disrespectful or anything, but like karma's tripping. Karma is tripping. I'm not going to have that. I'm not going to have that. Tom is my friend no matter what. Okay. Whatever he's got going on with Karma is between them. But nobody does that to me. And you would never see Tom doing that to me. Never. So that's that. FBS, I don't expect entertainment at the price of your peace of mind. No. I understand. And trust me, if I could go back, I would have never even asked the simple fucking question of what happened. You know what I mean? But if anybody is on here talking about somebody and that person pops up and wants to give their side of it, and the person on the panel says, yes, it's fine, bring them up. What the fuck you want me to do? And they're having an argument as two grown-ups. They're having a fucking argument. So, but of course, I'm held to this standard where I'm everybody's protector. I ain't shit. According to the people like Youngblood, I'm nobody. I'm a big pussy, but yet I'm also everybody's protector at the same time. Ain't that some shit? Yeah. Hold on, let me see. I couldn't care less about their argument, and I still don't know what it was about. It was his repeated verbal abuse that pissed me off. Well, of course. Yeah, I know. I understand. You know? But you guys act like I'm doing it to her. I mean, like, Jesus Christ. And the whole point was, I thought at least if I let it go on a little while, eventually they would, come, I don't know, not come to an agreement. What words am I looking for? Like they would just settle it and that would be it. And then there's no concerns about anything. Nobody's mad at it. He's not mad at Jesse. He's not going to be attacking Jesse, stuff like that. But fortunately, it didn't turn out that way. Unfortunately, it wasn't going anywhere. It was just the same argument constantly over and over again. It was a big waste of fucking time. But guys, I'm only doing this honestly because I needed a show for tonight. And I know shit like this is entertaining. And of course, I want to express a little frustration over what I was seeing in the chat. But this is, this is really not a big deal to me. I don't care that much. I mean, anybody who's mad at me for this, be mad. What do you want me to say? I'm not kissing nobody's ass. It ain't happening. And it's absurd. You guys, I don't get points for shit I do good. But you see one thing you don't like, and all of a sudden I'm a scumbag. You know what I mean? I could fucking defend Jesse 50 times a day, but then you see something like tonight and you're like, FBS, you piece of shit. You never have Jesse's back. It's a lot of disingenuous people. You know what I mean? It is. Yeah, I don't either. FBS, I'm sorry I brought Kaz up. I just wanted people to know the badish between No Name and I. No. Yeah, no, that's fine. It's the same with me. Kaz is like one of my best friends. The fuck? You think I brought Eric on here and we were fucking bosom buddies? Come on, man. But I defended Kaz like I would defend anybody else, and I always will, no matter what. But the problem with you guys is that you, like, this asshole thinks that I have some fear of Eric coming here. No, bro. Trust me. I've prepared myself in so many ways. If anybody comes here, I swear to you, and if it happens and I don't follow through with what I'm saying, you could roast me right off of YouTube. Anybody else comes here, I'm going to kill them. I'm telling you, there will never be another time when I'm unprepared. Never in my motherfucking life. And I've taken enough precautions. I'm not worried about a fucking thing. Not like I ever was to begin with. No. The problem is, how Eric is. And you know that if me and him get into some sort of fight, he's going to be doing 1,000 shows a day about me. And you guys don't have to deal with that. I do. Yeah. So because of the little argument that was going on where all he was saying was calling her a fat bitch, I'm supposed to start a fucking war that everybody will stay neutral on? And nobody will be there for me and I'll be fighting it all by myself like always? Come on, guys. I got to look out for myself too, guys. That's the main point you need to remember. I have a family. I've dealt with enough fucking people who have attacked them relentlessly for no good goddamn fucking reason. You just want that to keep happening. So you want me to start. I'm not saying you guys that like me. I'm talking about people like Youngblood. You know, you want me to fucking constantly get in those situations. You know, so you could sit back and watch as people tear my family apart. Okay. I watch what people do. I'll be the first to admit this. When I see that people attack families, I go out of my way to avoid a beef with them. Absolutely. Okay, absolutely. I'm more bothered by people tearing my family apart than people coming here to tear me apart. That's who I care about. I don't give a fuck what you do to me. Okay, so yeah, sorry if I didn't go absolutely fucking ballistic and start a new war for myself, guys. I avoid that like the plague until I can anymore. Until I can anymore. And if Eric would have went absolutely fucking ape shit, then it would have been a fight, no doubt about it. But that, you know, you guys, you don't care because all you got to do is sit back and enjoy the entertainment. You don't have to go through it. You don't have to see any of my family members crying because somebody's terrorizing them from the internet, or you don't have to deal with people being angry with me, or with you, for shit that goes. It's me. I got to deal with it. People in my family get pissed off at me for it, whatever. I got to deal with that. People in my family are stressed or scared of something happening. I got to deal with that. People who are trying to ruin the lives of my family members, I got to worry about that. And I will do anything in my power to avoid that. Anything in my power to avoid that. So, why do you think, guys, me and SoFlo could be in an all-out war where we're attacking each other's families? And if I even hear that he's going to stop attacking my family, I stop immediately. I don't even do another show, even if I was planning one. You know why? I hate it with a fucking red hot passion. Nothing bothers me like that. Okay, so I try to avoid it, and guess what? That's anybody who cares about their family should be the exact same way. People on here are too quick to throw their own families in the line of fire because they want to be right or they want to win somehow. Not me. You could take anything you want as an L if it means that my family was protected from more fucking abuse. Okay, anything you want. I don't care. You motherfuckers, you slob tube cocksuckers, my critics over there. There's nobody I'm less concerned about impressing. You guys are fucking absolute nothings. I mean, you guys are fucking your existence on this earth is meaningless. I couldn't give a fuck what you think about me, and I prefer to have you think badly of me because you're all scumbag pieces of shit. And the last thing I would ever want scumbag pieces of shit to do is like me. Okay? That would make me a scumbag piece of shit. Yeah, I know, Miss Capural. I know. I was shocked. I'm like, and for the people talking about, oh, it's Tom's girlfriend. Why the fuck do you think I didn't go absolutely ape shit and annihilate her in the fucking chat? You dumb motherfucker. That's the only reason. I don't know if she's aware of that, but I'm telling you, Karma, that's not going to protect you. You're not going to come into my chat and trash me, and you're going to get away with it because you're Tom's girlfriend. That's not going to happen. So you're not coming around here anymore, period. I hope so, bro. I don't know. The way it looked earlier, I had a feeling we weren't anymore. Karma should start her own show. Perhaps she can be in charge of that one. Yeah. Oh my God. This is the second time she did that. Remember when she did that? When Nick Romano came on the show a couple of months ago? Oh my God. I'm like, who even are you? I don't even know who you are. You're just somebody who popped up here a while ago. You used to donate a little bit and shit. I guess you got close to Tom, and somehow you think you have power over me? Let me tell you something. If my fucking sister-in-law talked sideways to me, we would have a problem, even though it's my brother's wife. I don't take shit from no fucking buddy. So if it's a friend's girlfriend, you know what I mean? If you're being disrespectful to me to the point where I'm just defending myself, then my friend sees that and he's fully aware of it. No, it's outrageous. Oh, look at me earlier. It was amazing that I didn't lose my shit. It's only because life is just starting to get better after a whole lot of bad shit that took place. The last few days have been kind of fantastic. Today, especially, you know what I mean? So I just, I was trying to stay calm so I didn't go ballistic and fuck my whole day up, but it fucked my day up anyway, because of course, when I see you guys acting like that, what do you think goes through my head? Oh my God, are these people turning on me now? Am I going to have any donors tomorrow? Are all my friends hate me now? Like, you know what I'm saying? So of course I'm sitting here for the last few hours thinking about this shit. Guys, don't forget, I always defend my friend. Always. People acted like Eric Foss was in a room with Jesse Roth, slicing her up with a machete. That's how people were acting. It was so fucking absurd, the reaction from you people. It was fucking ridiculous. Nah, a lot of people wrote in, just not me. Yeah, War. Nobody is here calling you a scumbag. Well, no, none of you guys called me a scumbag. There was one guy, I don't know who the fuck he was. But I think he was just a troll. He actually called me a scumbag. All right, good, Kellyanne. I'm glad to hear that. Because I never know, guys. You got to understand, you guys are important to me. I don't want that to be the case. And for some reason, I feel like I have to explain myself sometimes. And people like the douchebags, like Youngblood, and people who come in this chat when I'm doing stuff like this, they think I'm explaining myself to them. You can all fucking die. All you troll scumbags. I'm explaining this to the people I care about. That's the only people I ever apologize to or explain myself to. That's it. And even that has its limits. Okay. So, not War. I'm not mad. I didn't even see what you did, honestly. I don't blame anybody for being mad that Eric was talking about Jesse. I don't at all. I was mad about it. What I'm saying is, I was, wait, what did I just say? Oh, yeah. I didn't want you to be mad at me because it was happening. What the fuck did I have to do with it? You know what I mean? What did I have to do with it? And every time I said something or Michael said something, he calmed down a little bit and they were talking, in a civil manner to some extent. And then he would get crazy again and call her a fat bitch or something. You know what I mean? Like, and of course, I brought that to an end eventually, did I not? Because, my man, hey now, $20 for nothing but love for you in the channel. Thank you, brother. Same to you, man. You were the one because you were going ballistic. I'm like, oh, fucking hey now definitely hates me. Is this one from? Oh, that one's from earlier, Bobby. Oh, see, okay. Anyway, guys, see how I stayed calm. Thank you, Kellyanne. Because the last thing I want to do is come on here yelling at you guys. I got enough. There's people on here I dislike, and you guys, none of you guys are those people. It's these fucking animals. You know what I mean? These animals that judge me. They constantly tell me shit about myself, like who and what I'm afraid of. You guys are full of shit. Yeah, you're right. You're right. When 5 guys came here and ambushed me when I was on my way home from the fucking grocery store, completely and totally unexpected, and I jumped out of the fucking car and started swinging. That right there tells you that I would be afraid of one guy coming here from Baltimore. Sure. That's what you took from that? Yeah, you're right. I'm terrified. Shut up. Well, me too. I don't know if that'll ever happen. I'm nuts, man. You constantly get in those situations fighting about everything. Who does that remind you of? Oh, I know. And now that you guys told me that you're not mad at me, I can let this go. I just don't want any of that. You know what I mean? You guys should never question my loyalty to my friends. Never. You just gotta think from my perspective. Okay, if I go ballistic right now, what am I getting myself into? Okay, you got to understand that I think before I act now. I spent a lot of my life not doing that. Now I do. So it's like you got to look how many times. I mean, just a few words I said turned into 6 months of a lunatic doing multiple shows a day talking about my whole entire fucking family, doxing them and everything else. This has happened numerous times. Just a few words. You know what I mean? Like, you think that's fun? That's a fucking nightmare. I don't like that shit. And it's not just one guy. It's happened with a bunch of people. I mean, Jesus Christ, I ignore somebody and they turn into my sworn enemy. It's fucking insane. Or somebody's jealous of me and just wants to be my friend so badly, and I don't give him enough attention, so he wants to kill me. I mean, yeah, to some extent, I walk a little bit on eggshells now, and I fight when I absolutely have to. You know what I mean? Because I need peace in my life. So, it's like, the simple answer is for me to just be like, would you call Jesse Eric cocksucking faggot, and just kick him off the show? And then 2 hours from now, what do I got to deal with? And tomorrow, and tomorrow night, and the next day, and the next night, the next day, and the next night. He didn't do anything so, extreme that I had to do that. If I had to, and you don't think I would have, then you guys don't know me well enough. But there's no question. Of course, Miss Can't Be Wrong. Hold on. God, I just opened my phone, and for some reason, the first thing I saw is that picture of Tony Pizza pinching his nipples. FBS, do what you think is right. Fuck what people think. They will get over it, or they won't. Yeah, and I called Jessie after the show earlier because, of course, I was worried about her because she said she's not okay. And we talked for a little while. You know what I mean? You got to understand, it's very difficult for me, man, because people don't react to me the way they react to other people. You know what I mean? 19 different mob tubers can tell one guy to go fuck himself, and he'll never respond to any of them. I do it. And next thing I know, you know what I mean? It's like, holy fucking shit. It's like you would stop at nothing to destroy my life 1,000 different ways and go after people I love and just go to a ridiculous extreme. It's like, you guys got to look at what I deal with. I mean, I think we've come to agreement, on the fact that, like, all of us, it's a general consensus, as it should be, that if I do anything to anyone, the response is so insanely over the top that nothing can justify it. It's like, I can't do anything. You know what I mean? I can't do anything. And I watch how certain people fight. You know what I mean? And if I see you attack families, I'm gonna try to avoid a beef with you. I'm going to. Until I can't anymore. And then when you attack my family, I'll attack your family 1,000 times worse. And then that's all it is. It's two assholes attacking each other's families who have absolutely zero to do with any of this. You know what I mean? It's such a waste of my time and energy. And it's, oh my God, it raises my blood pressure. It makes me feel like shit. You know what I mean? It's terrible. It's, if you guys, I know you guys have heard, I mentioned the other night, it hasn't exactly been all smiles and, sunshine over here. Okay. My stepson lost his father. He's 13 years old. Okay. He was 12 at the time. It's 2 months ago. Okay. We had to break the news to him. And I will never get that image out of my head again, ever. I'm sure you can imagine what it's been like. Okay. So, to see that things are kind of starting to get back to normal and there's some happiness again, it's quite a bit of a relief. So I don't rush to cause myself stress at a moment like this. You know what I mean? I'm not in a big hurry to do that. And if you ask Jesse, let's just say Eric's reaction to me going ballistic on him would have been that he attacks my family. I'm not saying he would. Let's just say that was the response, because that's what most people do with me. Ask her if she would want that for me and my family. And I guarantee she'll say no. I don't know, bro. I believe everyone in the USA should have full. Oh, you guys are having a gun conversation. I agree with you though, Ronan. Yeah, low lives. Yeah, I know. I've had it with that horse shit. I think it was only Karma that was telling you what to do. Everyone else was just making a suggestion. No, I don't know. Some of you guys were, come on, Saxon. Some of you guys were like, FBS, what the fuck? Get this guy off the panel. I'm like, God damn, bro. Holy shit. Everything I do, if somebody feels the slightest bit slighted by me, insulted by me, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to keep repeating it. The reaction is unbelievable. It's like the world came crashing down around the person, the way they respond to anything I do to them. Oh my God. Fucking insane. Yeah, that's right, Bobby. Everyone is glossing over the most offensive thing that happened today. Pizza's nips. Yeah, what about that? Yeah, thank you, Miss Camp. You're wrong. Some of you guys know what I've been going through. You know, it's been tough, you know, and I'm not trying to pull on no heartstrings or make anybody feel bad for me. I went, you know, what now? 2 months, over 2 months, 2 months and a week, something like that, without even mentioning this. And, you know, kind of sort of trying to keep it a secret because, you know, it's nobody's fucking business unless I want it to be your business. So, you know, I'm just saying because I mentioned it already the other night. And that's, you know, that's the situation. So you guys don't know, you know, sometimes I have no choice. Well, every day I have no choice but to come on here with a big stupid smile on my face and try to make everybody laugh. You don't see what I'm going through. You know what I mean? And that's not your fault. I'm just saying, you know, you like what might be going on in my head is like, you know, tearing me to shreds. People are even saying lately, I'm not like me anymore. I can't, even more so, I can't focus on anything. I get distracted easier. I have problems comprehending things I'm reading because I'm not really taking in the information. I'm just reading it like a fucking robot because I have no choice. You know what I mean? So that's why, you know, everybody has things going on in their lives. And I know that I'm the guy, you know, I'm not saying this is the way you guys see it, but I've been made the guy that, you know, everybody is supposed to be able to abuse. And, you know, I have no feelings according to them. And there should never be any sympathy for me or anything. And I'm not looking for any. I'm just saying that it's been a tough time. That's all I can say. I won't be wronged. I won't be insulted. I won't be laid a hand on. I don't do these things to other people and require the same from them. John Wayne. There you go. I'm not a fan of his, but I like the quote. On my list of concerns, telling a creator how to run their show ranks just below my desire to tell someone at the supermarket what brand of mustard to buy. Thank you, Sean. I'm glad you see it that way. I am. Anybody want to donate? Cheer me up. Tattoo Yizzo. Eric needs a good old-fashioned ass whipping Yizzo. Yeah, I saw you earlier in the chat. You were fucking yelling at me too, you fucker. I got my tattoo yelling at me. I just logged in, but I don't even need to know what happened. I got your back, FPS. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. People like to criticize you. Then when you tell them a little something about themselves, they fall apart. I know, but it only happens with me. Just like Tony Pizza could attack an entire fucking family. Just pick a content creator and attack their entire family, and that person will not even respond to Tony Pizza. I could just like ignore you or not return your text quickly enough, and oh my God, you know, or just, you know, maybe like ignore you, like I don't want to be your friend, and I'm not being rude about it. I'm just kind of, you know, staying away. Like even that they can't handle. Or God forbid I get a new chain or a new pair of sneakers or some new clothes or a new car, and then all the jealous people, they're all fucking, you know, getting their pitchforks out. They all want me dead. It's insane. I've been treated like a fucking somebody on here when in fact I'm kind of a nobody. I mean, they act like I'm a fucking movie star. It's so ridiculous. You know how pathetic it is that there's this many people that are jealous of me. I'm just an average guy. Like I'm not rich. I'm not famous. I don't even understand what the fuck. But that's, you know, when you got a whole bunch of people who are doing so badly that they're actually doing worse than me. Well, there you go. It's where the jealousy comes in. I feel bad, FBS. LOL. Guys, FBS was fine. He defends me when it's warranted. He gave me space to defend myself because he's my friend, and my friends know that about me. Of course, Jesse, and thank you. Thank you. You know I always got your back. And I'm honest with you guys, too. I'm honest with you guys. I will tell you exactly what was going through my head. This asshole thinks I'm afraid Eric's going to drive to my fucking house. No. It's that horse shit is nothing compared to the internet. Nothing. I ain't that don't even cross my mind. People coming here. I couldn't give a fuck. Why do you think I'm still here? You know how long ago we could have sold this house? I actually got jumped here. 5 people showed up. I didn't move. I didn't budge. I sleep like a fucking baby at night. Like, you know what I'm saying? What is this? Damn, how far behind am I? Wow, you actually have these people eating out of the palm of your hand. They are apologizing to you after you put your guilt spin on not throwing off your panel. Well, you write like one of my haters. True simps, you own them. God bless. There is absolutely no simps in this chat except for you. You're the only one. You're the absolute only one. Let me see. All right. I guess I can't read every fucking comment, but I'm going to try. Hugh Janus. He called Jesse a fat bitch more than 5 times. If that was your wife or your mom, he would have said that too. Would you have reacted differently? You're a punk. Eric lives a half hour away. That's why you bet. No, he doesn't, Hugh Janus. Where do you think? Why don't you Google it? Wrightsville to Baltimore, you stupid motherfucker, or vice versa. You have no idea what you're even talking about. Yeah, you're right. He called her a fat bitch 5 times. I'm sure she'll never be the same again. Oh my God, Jesse, did you start making your fucking appointments for therapy 3 times a week? You're so soft, pussies. Even Jesse's not acting offended. You know what I mean? Like, you think Jesse gives a? Jesse's been through hell and back on here like me. You think being called a fat bitch even puts a dent in Jesse? She couldn't give a fuck. What do you mean? But you're right. You're right. I'm terrified of everybody, Eugene. Everybody, even Lefty. I'm scared of Lefty. I'm scared of everybody. Everybody terrifies me. I'm super shook of people coming to my house. That's why I hide all the time. You know, I'm not even in my house right now. This is a set. I made it to look like my house. I moved out a long time ago. Anyway. YouTube is radicals. Your show is great. All right. Thanks. All right. I got to get down here. That's now your screensaver. Don't lie, FPS. The nip picture? No, it's not. No. I know, Saxon. I know. I mean, I guess I know. Now that you tell me, thank you. It just looked crazy when I was looking at the chat. I'm like, why is everybody... guys, you know me. Maybe I'm just, so used to this shit that if you're not at least called a fat bitch, then it's a friendly conversation. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus Christ. You know how much weight I lost? I haven't been fat for years. And they call me fat every fucking 30 seconds. Some asshole on MobTube's calling me fat. I mean, it's not exactly, some shit that's going to ruin a person's life, or just, I'm sure Jesse has zero self-esteem after that. Oh my God, he called me a fat bitch. He can't handle that. Yeah. The defining point of becoming an adult at a higher level is learning when to pick your battles. Absolutely. Of course. I will say this, though. I didn't see the chat while I was on panel, but it makes me smile knowing you guys care about me. Of course they do, and so do I, That was tough, FBS. It's been a hard time. Yeah. Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, no, Michael did. Michael was up here with me. Poor kid was probably crying and sobbing. Who? Jesse? Someone swapped out Pizza's Dovato for growth hormone pills. That's all good, man. Thanks, bro. It's all good. It is what it is. No, it's not good. Jersey Girl 732-999. Thank you, Jersey Girl. I appreciate you very much. You are a coward and a fool. If it was not for this sea of wrenches, your cult would be exposed. Facts, B. What does that mean? My cult would be exposed. Well, Did they block you yet? Because I'll tell you what, guys, unblock MAGA Clown Show if you blocked them, please. I want him to expose all of us. Go ahead and do that. And MAGA Clown Show, now that we're at it, here's the link, especially since you called me a coward, because when people do that, I have to prove a point. And I have to drop the link and show everybody who the real coward is. So I'm sure you'll be grabbing the link any second. I'm sure you'll also be exposing everybody. So guys, please unblock this asshole. I lost my father recently. I didn't shed a tear, but I was definitely upset and miss him. I can't imagine to lose your father at 12 years old. I know, bro. Thank you, man. It's not I can't either. It's a horrible situation. Thank you, Jersey Girl. Good to know, JGB. Is that right in Kentucky? Well, I still couldn't own a gun there. CM is? Wow, really? Holy shit. Laryngitis. Yeah, he has no voice. Charlene and Clark, $10. Cheers. Thank you, Charlene and Clark. I appreciate you, brother. To be honest, FBS, bro, most can't hold a candle to the people's lives in this chat. You all are awesome. They are the best. You all are, you included, War. You see something. Yo. I guess what did he think? I wasn't going to bring him up? He jumped off. What the fuck was that? I thought I was going to have a conversation with somebody. I was all excited. Yeah, no, yeah, well, that's what I do. And there's no shortage of haters, that's for sure. Of course. Oh, Jersey Girl's having a bad week too? I'm sorry to hear that, Jersey Girl. I hope it gets better for you. Some people are so behind in a race that they actually believe that they're leading. Uncle Junior. I love that quote. It's true. You get a lot of that on here. Sal D. Felice, $5. Thank you, Sal. I appreciate that, bro. Skin that smoke wagon. This conversation is great and all, but are we just going to glaze over the fact that FBS and I apparently agree on Second Amendment rights? I think I heard that anyway, LOL. Bro, believe it or not, man, we probably agree on more than we disagree about, for real. I know this, everybody likes to just assume I'm some crazy liberal. Far from it. And skin that smoke wagon. I was having this conversation with somebody at the skate park today. They were talking about getting their CCL and shit. And I said, everybody should have one. Everybody should have a fucking gun. Everybody. Because how can you not? This is fucking, there's so many guns on the street. What are you going to do? If you don't have a gun, you're fucked. So yeah, I agree 100%, bro. Yo. He left again. All right, that's enough of that. Yeah, and that's York, but I'm in Wrightsville. You know what I mean, Ronan? So York City is about that far. Maybe a little less, depending on where you are. Like if you're right near 83 South, it's a lot quicker. Maybe 45. Well, not a lot. Maybe 45 minutes. But I'm in Wrightsville, so it's not. People don't know what they're talking about. They don't. FBS, I'm crying my eyes out. I've been called much worse by way better. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you guys, well, not you guys, because now you guys explain to me you're not mad at me, but like the people who are trying to talk shit. And remember, what was I gonna say? I don't know. What was I gonna say? Let me go back and look at. I don't know, Jesse. I forgot what I was gonna say. Well, I'm sure you're crying your eyes out. Yeah. I don't know. I forgot. Pizza on them hormones that make titties that make your titties big. Pizza, you on estrogen, my dude. Pizza was checking for breast cancer in that pic, you think? Dave Adams, so answer the question. Would you have gone back at him harder if that was your wife he was going at? My wife would never be on here in a situation like that. But yeah, of course I would. Yeah, Jesse's not my wife, you dumb motherfucker. What does that even mean? So what? Jesse, would you be shocked if I'd take more offense to somebody calling Shanna that than I would you? Jesse's my friend and all, Dave Adams. Do you know the difference between like a friend and a wife, Dave, just out of curiosity? What kind of question is that? Of course I would. Jesse is a content creator on YouTube. She's a friend of mine. But Jessie takes part in a lot of this stuff. She does. Jessie will admit that to you. Like, Jessie knows that if she talks about anybody, even if she's not trying to be insulting, it could start a big fucking fight and this shit can happen. That's another reason I thought it was ridiculous that people expected me to come to her rescue. Like, this is what happens when you talk about anybody in any way. You might have to be in a situation where you confront them or something. You know? So I don't understand, Dave Adams. What's your point? Like, you expected me to say no? You know what a piece of shit I would have been to say no? Thank you, Jersey girl. You are not a simp, that's for sure. I have no idea who you're talking about. You grabbed the link twice and you hopped off twice. I don't know what that means. Cheese man Boston. Oh, you're talking about the guy, the dude. Oh, I don't know much about him. I don't care about that New England shit. They're unblocked? Okay, good. Well, a MAGA clown show will be exposing all of you any second. I'm sure you will do some silly reverse psychology and block me rather than being a man and addressing my question. How did that didn't age well, did it, fuckface? I completely answered your question, and then I scroll down and I see this comment. You're so stupid. Oh my god, Dave Adams, you are a dumb motherfucker. Holy shit. How does that make you feel, you asshole? You'll never get me in a situation where I won't answer honestly. Never. It'll never fucking happen. You know what I mean? God, you're so fucking dumb. You just made an asshole of yourself. You're the shit, Jersey girl. Quick, someone teabag that link. Has anyone heard from or seen Baby A around? No, not in quite a while. I hope she's okay. I don't make a living from this. What does that have to do with anything? You said you were going to expose this cult. And if it wasn't for this sea of wrenches, see, this is why you got to always be prepared for me to call your bluff. Now, we unblocked you, and I'm inviting you to expose this cult, and me as well. We'll wait. Go ahead. We'll be here for a while. Go ahead and expose us all. Get all your information together and type it into the chat. Which thing? Well, you don't have to tell me. Which thing, though? No, I am curious. I don't know. I'd have to look back through the comments. You got something to prove, not me, loser. Yeah, you're watching me, fuckface, and I'm making a living. I got something to prove. I ain't got shit to prove. I've proven myself in pretty much every situation at this point. You know what I mean? Whether or not you want to admit it. But you guys talk all types of tough, and nobody knows anything about you. Or if you'd even have the balls to stand up to one man, no less fucking 5 or however many, you know? I can't believe so many people are afraid to grab the link. In a way, I can, because I'm just the best at this, and I'll demolish anyone. Of course, Miss Camp, you're wrong. Cult T. Wow. Cult again. Cult. Look at it. He's exposing everybody, guys. I hope, guys, are you okay with all your private information being out there? Because MAGA Clown Show, apparently that's what he's doing. It looks like just one word to me, but whatever. He said he was going to expose us. There's no way he would be just like a guy who's bluffing, right? Yeah, go ahead, reblock him. Jesse, you're a good woman and a beautiful lady. No idiot should disrespect a lady about her weight and appearance. That way you're beautiful inside and out. Well, at least you said something nice, fuckface, after I made an asshole out of you. But you guys do know what MobTube is, right? Because Jesse does. Jesse certainly does. So if you think Jesse was surprised by that, like I'm telling you, you guys, you're either soft or you think everybody else is. Holy shit. And I've brought people on my own fucking show. Anybody who will grab the link, abusing the living shit out of me. You see me crying about it? Yes, I love a maggot calling something else a cult. Oh, I know. That's the funniest thing in the world. A MAGA person? Holy shit. The cult of all cults. Of course, of course. There was a recent Lucchese bust in Jersey. Joe and John Perna and Georgie the next. Oh, I didn't know that. Joe and John Perna. Interesting. Nice try, Dave. A kiss in my butt will get you nowhere. I'm quite aware of the fact I'm built like a menopausal Cabbage Patch doll. What? Jesse, don't say that about yourself, but that is hilarious as a motherfucker. That Dave says something nice to you and you just rejected the shit out of him. Dave, that's 2 times you've been made an ass of so far in this chat tonight. Want to go for a third? Why don't you tell me I can't scratch on a turntable or I can't ollie? Oh, you guys suck. Geez, people, not sure why you removed me, but the question was, do you know the Cheeseman? Yeah, I know him personally. Yeah. We're best friends. We go bowling together. Bro, I didn't remove you. I put you up on the screen 2 times and you took off as soon as I did that. You were talking about topless Tony. That's just what you want me to talk about. Yeah, well, I didn't remove you, geez, people. So I think you were seeing things. Sure. Guy, you realize everybody watched like a black screen next to me on the panel, right? And heard 0 words. And if you were muted, they would have seen that. And you weren't muted, so stop it. You're scared. There you go. 1 hour and 4 minutes from Baltimore. So that's what, about roughly double what they said? Dickhead said 30 minutes. Stupid ass. And just so you guys know, there's different parts of Baltimore. You know what I mean? So there's parts where it's much, much further than that. Okay, you could block Cheese people because he keeps talking about the cheese man. I think you're right that we would agree on much more than we wouldn't. I also don't judge you for our differences. Respect, bro. Same to you, man. Thank you, bro. And I'm glad because we didn't start off on a good note. You know, I'm glad you're able to come around and we get along now and shit. Seemed like a good guy. And he's donated before and everything. He's a good dude. But yeah, believe me, if you saw the show I did about me not being a liberal, you'd know I just don't like Trump. That's it. But as far as like the Second Amendment and shit, Jesus Christ, man. If you don't have a gun these days, now some of us can't legally have a gun. It's the way it is. And that goes to show you how easily they can infringe on your Second Amendment rights. Okay. Even though, you know, there was a federal case that said that nonviolent offenders can now own guns, which I would be one of those. All the state laws still say that you can't. So it means nothing. It's meaningless. So hopefully one day felons will be given their Second Amendment rights back. And I know you're going to think, oh my God, that's crazy. Really? You want to know how many felons already have guns? Are you kidding? Matter of fact, I don't know many who don't. All right. And not all felons are bad guys. I became a felon selling marijuana. Okay. So I don't think that should disqualify me from owning a gun. And my second felony was for selling cocaine, and I don't think that should either. You know, if you're some, you know, maybe I don't know if you're a wife beater, or if you're fucking, you know, an R-wordist or a chomo or somebody who's without a doubt a known danger to society. Okay, whatever. But everybody else, come on, man, it's bullshit. Comparing a wife relative not on YT to a content creator is comparing apples to oranges or pizza to a human. Exactly. Same thing. Yeah, that's dumb. I mean, what do you mean? Like me and Jesse are friends. We're close friends, I think. We talk off of here and stuff. I've done things for Jesse. Jesse donates to me all the time. I'll always have Jesse's back, no matter what. But she's not my wife. You know what I'm saying? She's not my wife. Like Jesse, no offense. But if one of two people have to be abused and it's either you or Shanna, I'll do what I can to stop either of you from getting abused. But if it's you or her, it's going to have to be you. Oh, shit. And I'm sure you would take one for Shanna. I'm sure you would. Just got done watching the replay of the earlier show. Man, Eric was mad. It was crazy, bro. People around here are nuts. Like I said, you can tell most of the trolls have had no friends whatsoever, no family that give a shit about them and are lonely. If they weren't, they wouldn't harass people. No, of course not. And they'd be doing something else than watching me all fucking day. These people don't realize that when they come in the chat and talk shit, all they've proven is that they're watching. What are you watching me for? Guys, please donate. I'd appreciate it. Donate some cash. I could use some cash. Yeah, if you believe it, Miss Can't Be Wrong, you're fucked now. MAGA clown show fucking exposed you. Now everybody's going to know who you are. Everybody's going to know your name is Monica now. And you're Tony Pizza's sister. MAGA, not my Visa card, please. Just my MasterCard, LOL, douchebag. You guys, you constantly fail. Why do you bother entering this chat? You know what we're going to do to you, right? Jesus Christ. I don't even have to say anything. I can leave it up to the chat and they'll slice you up. Seems like MAGA Clown Show is a one-man cult swinging from FBS's nuts. Can you comment cult again? I didn't see it the first 50 times. Yeah. But boy, did he expose us, man. Holy shit. We better not show up here tomorrow. Guys, let's all go our separate ways. We'll just try to exchange phone numbers, so we can keep in touch. MAGA Clown Show exposed us all. Let the MAGA idiot on and let's clown him on the panel. Oh, I tried. I dropped a link for him, and then that fucking cheese man douchebag grabbed it twice, and then as soon as I brought him on, he jumped off. So, here he is again. You ready? Yo. 3, 2, 1. How long till you remove yourself? There you go. You hear my mouse click? No, you didn't. Oh, shit. I had baseball practice today. Then I went to the cage and hit like 60 balls. Fucking worn the fuck out. Is that right? That's what's up. I was at the skate parks all day, and I'm going to be at them tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day. Jersey girl. Baltimore. Where's that? Only in New England do people start playing baseball in 40-degree weather, bro. That's the shit, though. FBS, next time I'm on, I'll tell you about my mom making me bring my only legal gun into a police station in order to live with her because I was suicidal. It didn't go well. Well, she was doing you a favor. You know what I mean? Can't be mad at her for that. But, bro, we'll do an addiction recovery show like maybe this week, and you could tell more of your story. Anthony Didi, thoughts on Gene Borello's situation? Me and Gene are cool. I like Gene, but that was ridiculous. That was not good. No, it's indefensible. There's nothing you could do or say to try to justify that. It was fucking horrible. I don't like that chick. She irritates the fuck out of me, but I don't ever want to hear a woman scream like that. You know what I mean? Especially if it's because, some fucking guy has his hands on her. He's dragging her around the fucking apartment. I don't like that shit. I don't like it. MAGA won't come on as he's worried you'll use AI to distort his questions and answers with your cultish dark arts and resources. It must be that. I'll debate you on being a liberal, FBS. Just kidding. Don't trip. Joke. No. I know. I'm fucking around. I know. Okay, Nina. You're right. 100%. You're absolutely right. Yeah. Gene is a degenerate wannabe. That's pretty much all he is. Add that a wannabe tough guy who beats up a vulnerable woman and talks big. Look at that. A lot of interview, too. Aralotta interview what with Gene? I didn't know there was one. You talk about Trump, but this isn't a cult. Please explain. We want to know. Well, for starters, when you start seeing everybody in this chat wearing a fat bald Sicilian hat and a fat bald Sicilian shirt and having their yard filled with fat bald Sicilian signs and having a fat bald Sicilian flag hanging on their flagpole, and they literally wait for a script every day to know what they should say to defend me and stuff like that, and no matter what I do, they'll defend me, no matter how ridiculous it might be. Then you can say it's the same as MAGA, pretty much. Shut up. Everyone defends their wives different. That's to be expected. Of course. There's no doubt about it. It's such an absurd thing to ask. If I would have said Jesse should have said, wow, I have to question what kind of husband FBS is. I've known Jesse for probably maximum 2 years. You know what I'm saying? And believe it or not, this might surprise you. I never lived with her. We never dated. Never went to dinner together even. You know? Besides, that's Ballers girl. How dare you? They're out, man. They're out. I did a mass unblocking, so it's going to be this way for a while. You think so? I actually love gingers. Answer, is MAGA a cult? Yes. FBS needs to defend his actions, not me, assholes. No, I don't. Oh, it's the guy who keeps just saying cult. That's MAGA clown show. I guess my opinions on MAGA really bother you, huh, fuckface? I'm so surprised to most of these people don't have enough sense to follow prompts and grab the link. Oh, yeah, of course not. I'll grab the link and just pretend my camera's not working. Yeah. That fucking guy, you saw him say, like 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds, something like that, just not saying a word, and then he just disappears. And it's me that removed him? Yeah. Because I back down from arguments and debates. That's what I do. He's proven his manhood by grabbing the link and pretending it's some equipment issue. Yeah. If he actually starts talking, I will hop on, and after you, the left perspective, MAGA clown, will that incentivize you? Oh, you're all talk. Trump is the United States president, and you shall respect him. The same way you respected Biden, right? Because he was the president of the United States too. So the same way you respected him and Obama, deal. I'll respect Trump the exact same way you respected Biden and Obama. Deal. Yeah, that didn't work out well for you, did it? I respect Trump as much as I respect the hair that's on my ass. Yeah, it's part of my body, so I respect it, but it's the lowest form of respect. All right, let's not let this douchebag turn this into a political fucking argument. I'm wearing my FBS is always right hat right now. Oh my God, it turns out it is a cult. Thank you, Jane Creek. This interview I talk about is when Gene literally interrupts Aralotta like 18 times. I don't have the link, but he's a total clown. I'd like to see that. But it's new? Jason. If this is a cult, shouldn't we all be getting together, singing Kumbaya and drinking Kool-Aid? I want some perks, God damn it. Should be. I mean, and it goes to show, like I said earlier in the beginning of the show, as much as I like people, being loyal, I'm glad that you guys have a mind of your own. And if I'm doing something wrong, you'll tell me about it. It's just like earlier, though, was like, I felt like the whole fucking chat turned on me. Maybe I was seeing things wrong. I don't know. I'm like, it just the way it looked, it was like, why is everybody fucking mad? Like, what else could I be? What do you want me to do? Like, Jesse was fine. They were having an argument. Eric was calling her some names. Jesse's not a stranger to that. Neither am I. What do you want me to do? You want me to start a new war for myself? And then where are you going to be when I have to fight that war? You want me to start a war with yet another guy who will platform Tony Pizza so he could trash my family? Fuck out of here. Aralotta used to go on that old Johnny and Gene show. I think I saw him on there once. Yeah. Well, if you guys remember, Gene used to come on my show regularly, and he got to the point where he couldn't anymore. because I'm a felon and he's not supposed to even be, associating with me in any way. So I got him to go on Gunsmoke's show instead. And he did a really good interview on Gunsmoke's one night. And he might have gone on there a couple of other times too. I don't remember exactly, but he couldn't come on here, So it's like he wanted to speak his piece. So it's like, well, I know somebody's show you can go on. It doesn't have a record. You know what I mean? Then he said, fuck it, and just started coming back on here later on. Oh, okay. Flavor Aid. Good to know. I was going to say where it wasn't Kool-Aid, it was the cheaper pre. Is that true? Really? It's the No Jumper video. Gene literally talks about whacking people, but has only whacked his dad. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I saw that. Where I think most of the interview, like they were focused on Aralata, right? I think I saw that. Anybody else want to donate, guys? What do we got? 10, 25. 10, 25, and $20. That's heartbreaking. That makes me sad. Anyway, guys. All right. Listen, I'm glad you guys still love me. I love all of you too. I just had this shit on my mind and I thought I'd come on and talk about it. Shannon was like, do you have to do another show tonight? And I was like, it's fucked up because I don't, but I do now. You know what I mean? I had to, I wasn't going to have this on my fucking mind until 5:30 tomorrow. There was one or two people criticizing you, but most were just telling Eric to stop insulting Jesse. You handled it professionally. We all did. That's why this chat rules. We aren't fucking savages. Exactly. Thank you, Sean Landing Clark. Thank you. All you got to do, you see how a person reacts to something, to anything, like how they react to things in general. And then, you make a decision. Like, okay, what'll be caused by this, or this? And is it necessary at the moment? That's all. That'd be funny. Maybe Jason Mike sells Joey Merlino. Yeah. Wow, you're the first one to figure it out. He is Joey. Jason, say that stinks in the chat. Say, look what they did to me in the chat. No, of course not, Bobby. Of course not. I did not like or agree with what Eric did, but me, out of all people, can understand being pissed and going off on someone. You've been known to do it once or twice. We all have. That's just the thing. You know what I mean? That's just the thing. So, I don't know, guys. Sometimes I just feel like I can't fucking win for losing. It's like, motherfucker, people, give me a fucking break. But I probably went overboard. I didn't realize that, you know how it is. Like, you see one or two comments and it seems like the whole chat turned on you. Like, it's like what they say about comedians. You know what I mean? You could have 1,000 people in a theater or something laughing and you focus on that one guy who isn't. You know what I mean? And that fucks with your head, That stinks. Look what they did to me. There you go. Kellyanne, 1999, XXXXX. Thank you, Kellyanne. I appreciate you so much. I really do. Thank you. I'm making a fortune. I'm rich. If you're Joey Merlino, you certainly are. Fucking Joey. You gotta say everything with a Philadelphia accent, even in the chat though. And look what they said about me. I hear Snuff talk sometimes, and I'm like, oh God. And I don't even think, I think Snuff can be a pompous asshole sometimes. Like he's a little too, I don't know. Seems like a jerk off sometimes, but all around he's probably a good guy. It's just that accent. It drives me fucking insane. Best cheesesteak in Philly out of all the spots. Mine is the best. Forget all the rest. There you go. Let me ask you guys one more question. That Dominic Calandra that came in the chat to trash me. Who is that? Is that Jimmy's like brother or something? You would think I'd know this, but I don't. Who is that Dominic Calandra guy? I know you guys saw him. I'm like 10 inches too tall to be Joey. You're a tall motherfucker, and he's a short guy. Bro, the day I sound like I'm from Philly is the day I lose my NYC pass. That's true. That's true. Yeah, I don't know who that was. I don't know who that was. But he just came in here to like talk shit, so I blocked him. I don't know. Anyway, all right, guys. I appreciate you. I love you all. I'm glad that you're not pissed off at me and that we're still the greatest fucking crew in all of YouTube history. And I'm gonna go and eat something and go lay in bed for 3 hours and fuck around on my phone and maybe fix the Lefty song and maybe write one for maybe Angela or somebody. Yeah, I don't think that's Jimmy's brother or anything. No, Jimmy's brother used to come in as something graffiti or something. I forget what his name was. Anyway, I'm out, guys. I'll see you tomorrow, most likely at 5:30. I love you all, and until and until next time, salute.